All right, so we're solving for b here from this formula or this equation. A equals to 2/3 times a plus b plus c. Because remember, anytime you have parentheses like this, where you have a number coefficient in front of it, that means you're multiplying, okay? But what are we solving for? B. But here we have many different kinds of variables. So we have capital A, we have small lower a, lower cap B, and lower cap C. And what are we solving for? B. So what are we going to do first? The best thing to do all the time when you have problems like this, remove the parentheses. That's the first thing you have to do. So let's go for it. So we have A here, which is equal to then 2/3. Then we multiply 2/3 all across, right? So 2/3 is multiplying A, which is going to give us 2/3 of A, plus 2/3 times B is going to give us what? It's going to give us 2/3 B, plus 2/3 times C is just going to give us 2/3 C. We good? All right, so now remember, what are we solving for? B. Now, some people love to deal with fractions, so they can now move on and then with the fractions. Or some people do not love fractions, so we're going to act like if you don't like fractions, correct? And to do that, that means we do not want to have the 3 at the bottom of the fraction. That's what it means. And that means we're going to have to find what we call all the time lowest common denominator, right? And here, the good news is that we only have 3 underneath the fraction, so 3 is going to be our lowest common denominator. So because that's the only number there, right? So 3 is the only denominator, so automatically it becomes our lowest common denominator. So we would take it now and multiply the whole equation. Because remember, what are we trying to do? We're trying not to have 3 at the denominator. So that'll be 3 times A, so that will give us 3A equals 3 times 2/3. Now 3 is multiplying 2/3, so what can you do? The easiest way to do it is just to cross cancel, right? So you can cross cancel those two, and then what's left? 2A left. 3 times 2/3, the same thing is going to happen. 3 crossed out, you have plus 2B left. And then plus 3 times 2/3 C, the same thing, 3 crossed out, you only have 2C left. You see how we just made it look a lot easier? So now we don't have the fraction anymore, we don't have the denominator. Now remember, what are you solving for? B, always. Keep that in mind. All right? Now because we're solving for B, what we want to do then is to be able to cancel anything around B here from the right side of the equal sign, and then we take them to the other side. So we can do it one at a time. Okay, what does that mean? That means we can get rid of 2A, okay, by doing what? Negative 2A both sides. We can do that. Now keep in mind, this A is not the same thing as the capital A. They are not the same variables. So you cannot add or subtract them up. So what can we do? We have 3 capital A minus 2 lowercase a. And this is equal to what? Now this is out. This is equal to 2B plus 2C. You see? So that means this one now is to the left side. Now what else do we have left? We have 2C that has to also go. So we just do the same thing. Negative 2C, negative 2C, right? Sometimes it doesn't matter where you put it because at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to combine them. But because some people get confused, if you put it, you are aligning like this, so they may automatically think that you want to combine them up, okay? So sometimes you can just put it all the way to the side, you know. All right, but in any case, then you have 3A here, then minus 2A lowercase, then minus 2C lowercase. See what's happening here? And this is equal to 2B. Remember, what are we solving for? B, not 2B. That means we have to get rid of 2. And to get rid of 2, that means we're dividing everybody by 2. So to do that, that means this is divided by 2. And the whole left side also divided by 2. So you end up with what? You end up with B equals to 3A minus 2 lowercase a minus 2 lowercase c over 2. Now, in this case, you do not need to split each of the terms and divide it by 2. You don't need to do that, okay? Somebody else can do that also, but you don't really need to do that. Or I would just do this so that if you see this answer, that you are not surprised. That means what? That somebody can do 3 capital A over 2, right? Minus 2A over 2 minus 2C over 2. So that means you have 3 over 2A minus what? 2 crossed out, this is A. 2 crossed out, you have C. So you have B, which is D. So these 2 answers are correct. Because sometimes if you're dealing with a problem that has multiple choice answers, so what's happening is that one of these 2 answers can be given to you. So you have to know which one or where to stop, okay? So if this is one of the answers, this then is the one that you have to check, all right? Or if this one is the answer that you have to check this. But in any case, if you don't have any multiple choice answers, you can always stop here. You're not going to be penalized, or you can stop here. You are not going to be penalized, all right? So these kinds of problems, it's not that it's difficult, but it's just something that you have to take step by step, take your time to, get it done. And so that next time you can just keep moving with it quicker. All right? Okay.